Hey garden friends, I'm Nikki from Proven Winners Direct, and we are finally back in action with Plant of the Day. As you can tell, I'm in our glorious greenhouse. Our gardens are still recovering. A lot of the plants actually jumped right back a lot quicker than we thought. We do have some structural things that we're still working out. Our pretty bridge got lifted up, and there's some areas that we had to dig up and replant, but all is well, and we will be shooting back out there again as soon as possible. But in the meantime, you get to see our greenhouses again, which is my second favorite happy spot. So I have 7 new plants to show you this week, and big news, our Plant of the Day discount just got bigger. It is now 40% off. So every day of the week we have a new plant for sale at 40% off, and that changes every day at noon. If there are multiple plants that you want to purchase at one time, you can do that on Monday from 12 until 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They'll all be 40% off. To make things easy, we have all of the links to each of the products in our video description below. Click and shop, easy peasy. And if you don't mind, while you're at it and doing some clicking, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll love you forever. So let's get to the pretty plants. Our first plant of the day is the Superbina Sparkling Amethyst. It's purple. It has these beautiful bicolor blooms. The inside ring is like a nice deep purple, and then the outer is a lighter shade, and it's got a white center. Gorgeous. This is an award winner of many awards, and for good reason. It grows amazing in containers, spreads and cascades down beautifully, and equally amazing in the landscape. I've never tested it in the landscape, but my mom did this year. Holy cow, it is gorgeous. It gets huge. So it's gonna get to about 12 to a foot to a foot and a half tall, but it can spread to 2.5 to 3 feet. It's amazing. So these guys like part to full sun. They are an annual in our zone. They can be hardy in zones 9 through 11. So if you're in a warmer climate and you are planting, this is a beauty queen for your garden. You will love it, love it, love it. Superbina Sparkling Amethyst. Our next plant of the day is the Sangria Ornamental Pepper, and I love these annuals for fall. These peppers are not to eat, they are just for looks, and they fit perfectly in like a little Halloween combination. So fun fact, our very first ever Plant of the Day video, we featured Sangria peppers, and I said that they looked like cute little witchy feet, and they still do. But that's why I love them for the fall. So obviously I have 2 different colors here to show you. Same plant. They start off in this pretty lime green, transition to the purple that I love, and then you'll get some red peppers that pop up too. So it's like all those perfect combination colors for fall. Love it for Halloween. They can fit and mix with just about anything. So if you already have a container planned out that you're doing some mums, maybe some pansies, lemon coral sedum, popping in an ornamental pepper just gives it that little pop and that little, I don't know, exciting element, right? That's gonna catch somebody's eye. So the Sangria peppers are perfect for fall. Full sun, and they only get to about 1 foot tall and 1 foot wide, but they leaf out really nice. And then the cute little witchy feet on top. Sangria pepper. Our next plant of the day is the Shadowland Diamond Lake Hosta. This little cutie is a beautiful blue hosta. It really sets itself apart if you have a beautiful shade garden with lots of different hostas. I love the blue foliage. So this guy will grow to be about 1 foot tall, and it can spread to about 3.5 feet wide. So it's a big guy. And I love the corrugated leaves, and they kind of have this really cute ruffle on the edge. Now, as you can tell, he's a little bit more green right now instead of that nice blue color. It's the end of the season, and that's normal. All of our hostas are getting ready to go to sleep, and so they're dropping leaves, and they're kind of getting some brown around the edges. Totally normal, totally expected, and exactly what they need to do so that they can push out these beautiful, huge leaves in the spring. I love the blue hostas. You definitely want to make sure they're in shade though. When you have like the lighter color, the yellows, the greens and stuff, they can tolerate some sunlight. With the blues, you definitely want to make sure you're getting majority shade, 4 to 6 hour shade at the very least. Diamond Lake, Shadowland Hosta. Our next plant of the day is the Taste of Heaven Blackberry. And this is brand new this year. It is this beautiful sea of green that you see in front of me. It's still gorgeous and lush right now. It's a blackberry. So I got to visit Spring Meadows, which is where all of our shrubs come from. And they were telling us all about this amazing new shrub, and they allowed us to try the blackberries. Now, I like blackberries. I like the wild ones too. I like them. They're not my favorite. They're tart, they're a little sour, right? But it's yummy and like yogurt and granola. But I tried them, and you guys, they're like candy. Legit tastes like heaven. They're divine. They're sweet, but they still have that blackberry flavor that's just got a little bit of tart behind it. Divine. So these guys need full sun when you plant them. They grow to be about 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. They're thornless, which makes for super easy pruning. And they're hardy in zones 6 through 9. I am definitely getting a couple. I'm definitely have to try them. I think my kids are gonna love them because these berries, you guys, they are legit a taste of heaven. Our next plant of the day is the Azuri Blue Satin Rose of Sharon. Look at these magnificent blooms. Rose of Sharon are a prime bloomer for late summer. And as you can tell, these guys do not disappoint. It is the first true blue Rose of Sharon bloom, and it has this really pretty, like a deep magenta center. Gorgeous. So they are going to grow 8 to 12 feet tall and 4 to 6 feet wide. Rose of Sharon are a little bit slower growing, so you can expect maybe about 1 foot to 1.5 feet each season of growth. So it will take some time, obviously, for them to reach maturity. Because they are a late bloomer, they also kind of wake up late in the season in the spring. So especially I have some Rose of Sharons, and they are always the last to leaf out for me in the spring. Don't worry if they take longer than normal to wake up. Completely normal. A little pro tip, since we're heading into that season, dormancy season with our shrubs, a great way to test if your shrub is alive and well is just to give it a little scratch test on the main stem with your fingernail. If it's green inside, you're good to go. Anyways, I digress. This guy has this beautiful, tall, upright habit. It fills out really nice. These gorgeous, lush, deep green foliage, and this bloom, this magnificent bloom on top. Azuri Blue Satin Rose of Sharon. Our next plant of the day is the At Last Rose, and this cutie is a complete package. They've obviously all been trimmed back for the season, but I was able to snag one with a little bit of an aged bloom. It still smells fantastic, and I see a couple little buds that are starting there too. Little buds always make me happy. But anyways, this cutie, complete package. It is fragrant, it smells divine, has this beautiful sunset orange bloom, and it's disease resistant. You don't have to spray these, you don't have to prune them much. They have a really nice habit. They grow about 2.5 to 3 feet tall and wide. Full sun, make sure you give them full sun, but it's just an easy rose that's fragrant and pretty. Complete package. So this is hardy in zones 5 through 9, again planted in a full sun area, no fuss, nothing but beautiful smelling pretties. At Last Rose. Our last plant of the day is the Fairy Trail Bride Hydrangea, and this is our first ever cascading hydrangea. So that's this big sea of green that you see right here. As you can tell, they've been pruned back, and we're getting well into our colder season, so they are going to be going dormant, but they are still beautifully and lush and green right now. Perfect time for planting in the fall. So with these, with being the first ever cascading hydrangea, it leaves your options wide open with how to use them. At maturity, they grow to about 4 feet tall to 4 feet wide, part sun to full sun. Full sun, be careful in the warmer climates of that. You want to provide some afternoon shade because it gets a little bit hot there. But really you can plant these in containers, in hanging baskets as they cascade down, or in your patio pots as they cascade down. They have a wider habit, but their stems, they get super long, but they're so lush with this beautiful foliage. So it stays really nice, deep green, and then it has these gorgeous white blooms that just cover it, an abundance of blooms. And it just pours out like a filler would with an annual in a combination. It's gorgeous. If you haven't tried these yet and you're looking for one that you could put that's not in maybe a permanent spot in a container or something, Fairy Tale Bride Cascade Hydrangea is your girl. That wraps up another episode of Plant of the Day. 7 more beautiful shrubs to add to your gardens. I hope you found something that you love, or maybe something that you hadn't seen before. As a reminder, all of these plants are going to be on sale for 24 hours starting today. Every day a new plant at 40% off. It is the perfect time to get these shrubs in your landscapes so that come spring, all of that work is already done and they start to grow and bloom and be beautiful. Happy planting!